This was what Ron was saying when he said he's going to give the reporters something to write about. Welcome back in, Washington fans. So we have some news going on with the Burgundy and Gold. So the Washington football team has just signed kicker Eddy Pineiro to the practice squad. If that name sounds familiar, you may know him from the Chicago Bears. And once again, Ron Rivera proves to us that he always has something up his sleeve. I knew Ron Rivera was going to do something at kicker. I know he was telling us, he has faith in Dustin Hopkins. All the confidence is behind Dustin Hopkins. He's our kicker, which is still patented. He's still our kicker. But I knew Ron Rivera was going to do something about the missed field goals, whether it was actually getting rid of Dustin Hopkins and getting a new kicker up in here, or just bringing somebody else in here for competition. This is all I wanted Ron Rivera to do, and I'm glad he did it. Because all I want is for Dustin Hopkins to, feel that little bit of pressure of Eddy Pineiro in the background of, threatening to take his spot so he can become money. We know Dustin Hopkins has it in him. That's not the question. That's why he's able to stay around for so long. He's been here since, 2014, 15, and that's a reason why he's been able to stay here so long, because we know he can do it. It's all about the consistency with Dustin Hopkins. It's all about him being in his own head. And I think this move is going to help out Dustin Hopkins. Here's why. Once again, I think this is going to help Dustin Hopkins with the confidence. It's going to help Dustin Hopkins get the consistency. This is going to tell Dustin Hopkins, hey, man, I need to stop messing up because, as you see, I'm on a short leash. I told you guys, Ron Rivera was going to do something at kicker. He kept lying to us, and I don't want to say lying. Let me not say lying. But he kept, trying to shy away and not make it such of a big deal. Just because, Ron doesn't like telling us nothing. And that's how I like it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like it. I don't want you to let the public know what's going on behind closed doors. And he could probably have done it because he wants to protect Dustin Hopkins from his embarrassment. Some coaches does that for their players, and some coaches put their players out there and they blast them, but Ron Rivera doesn't seem like that kind of coach, and maybe that's another reason why he didn't really put it out there to the media and public, because he wants to save his kicker's confidence, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, however you want to put it, as another reason why he didn't want to embarrass Dustin Hopkins. But I just feel like Ron Rivera had it deep down inside that he wanted to do something at kicker, whether it was bringing somebody in to take Dustin Hopkins' spot, or like I said, just to bring in some competition. That's all I wanted Ron Rivera to do. Remember a couple years ago when we had Nick Rose, when Dustin Hopkins was a little bit banged up? Whatever happened to Nick Rose? I wondered why did we keep him over Nick Rose? That mean Dustin Hopkins, but that was at that time, because prior to his short stop here in Washington, I didn't know anything about Nick Rose. But that season where he came in for Dustin Hopkins while Dustin Hopkins was hurt, he was pretty solid. And I was like, why don't we give him a chance? But that's neither here nor there. Then you fast forward to last season when we brought in Kari Vekvik to give Dustin Hopkins some type of competition in training camp. That's all I want. I understand. Kicker is not a position like a quarterback or like a receiver or like a cornerback or just any skill position. I understand that you may sweep it under the rug and you may think, we don't need no competition here because we got our guy. That's cool with Tressway, because you know what? Tressway is one of the best punters in all of football. I would like to think he's the best punter in the game. I don't care about Johnny Hecker. I don't care about none of the guys. I'm taking my boy Tressway over any of them. But Dustin Hopkins isn't no Justin Tucker. He's not no Graham Gano. He's nobody that's automatic. You know what I'm saying? The talent is there. Does he have the ability to maybe become automatic and consistent? Yes, but he has to prove it. That's the thing with Dustin Hopkins. He has to prove it. He has seasons and he has stretches like last year where towards the end of the season, he was money. But earlier parts in the season, he was terrible. We can't have that. Especially with this schedule that we have now, we can't have that. Yeah, you can do that with the Lions, with the Jets, with the Bengals, with the let's see who else. Let's see, the Eagles for that matter. You can do that with those teams, but you can't do that with the Packers, the Bucks, the Chiefs, the Saints for that matter, the Panthers. You can't do that with the Broncos. You can't do that with nobody on this schedule, man. Probably outside of the Eagles. And even them, you can't do that. The Giants, the Cowboys. I can go on for days. The Bills. The Falcons, for that matter. Because that offense is really good. The Raiders. You can't do that with nobody on this schedule. Because you need every single point that you can get. When you're facing the Rodgers, the Mahomes, the Bradys, the Allens. You need the points. The Prescotts. Even though I believe he's trash, the Daniel Joneses of the world. You can't do that. The Matt Ryans. Teddy Two Gloves. You can't do that. You have to make every single point. You have to make every single attempt. Because when you get a chance to get some type of points out of a drive, I don't care if it's 3 or if it's 7. If you get a chance to get some type of points out of a drive, you have to capitalize. Because it's going to keep you in the game. Soon as you miss, that's going to come back to bite you. Say for an example, Washington is up 16-3. Right? Washington's up 16-3. And they missed the PAT to go up 17-3, right? So instead of it being a game where we're up 1, they come down and get 2 touchdowns. Now they're up 1. Or instead of it being tied, I should say, they're up 1 because we missed the PAT after they climbed back for 2 unanswered touchdowns. You see what I'm saying here? All because you missed that PAT earlier in the game, we now trail 17-16. After it was just 3-16. You see what I'm saying? That's what's so important here. Your PATs, your field goals, you have to hit them. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like field goal kicking is just easy, because if it was, everybody would do it. I can't kick a field goal. But you get paid to do this, Dustin. That's the thing between me and you. I'm just a fan. You get paid to do this. So all the 40-yard field goals, the 42-yard field goals, the one that you had versus, was that Baltimore or was that Cincinnati? I can't remember. One of those games, I would like to say it was Baltimore this past preseason, where he just straight up missed. He kicked it wrong, and it wasn't no wide to the left, wide to the right. It was just a terrible kick of the ball. We can't have that, man. So let's read a little bit about Eddy Pineiro per Zach Selsby's. Washington signs Florida kicker Eddy Pineiro. Pineiro played for the Chicago Bears in 2019 and is at 82.1% on field goal attempts. Pineiro was last on the Colts roster and was waived on August 24th. Now, I know I'm saying his last name wrong. I know I am. So you can put it down in the comment section if you want to and tell me how to correctly say the guy's last name. But he was 82, or he is 82% on field goals. And a word on the street is that that's better than Dustin Hopkins' field goal percentage. But more of the story, man, I'm just happy about this move because I want to see competition. Dustin's is the guy. That's no question. We know this is his spot. Eddy isn't going to come in here and take his spot unless he gets off to a bad start. Then Eddy can come in. But this is Dustin Hopkins' job, man. Let's not get that confused. Although it seems like I'm going in on the guy, which he so rightfully deserves at this moment. It's his job. Come on, man. We know that. Unless, like I said, he gets off to a shaky start. But this is all I wanted from Ron. And I'm glad he did it. Because it's going to allow Dustin Hopkins to feel that pressure. And maybe that helps him be more consistent. Because he feels like he has to be perfect now. Which essentially he does. That's his job, is to be perfect. So yeah, man, it's me and boy Juan Gotti. I just wanted to come on here quickly about that. Washington has just signed kicker Eddy Pineiro from the Colts, or the Colts waived him August 24th. He was previously on the Chicago Bears, and he's an 82.1 field goal kicker. So let me know what you guys think about this signing right here. I'm trying to think. Was Eddy Pineiro the kicker that shanked it versus the Philadelphia Eagles? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, man, it's me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Help to watch the football team. I'm out. Peace.